Hey everybody, welcome to episode 71, Joys of Games podcast. We're recording this Thursday evening, December 7th, a chilly December 7th, 2017. I am one of your hosts, Josh Brown. I am joined, as always, by the man who's just now learning how to use Skype, Colin Wheeler. Hi, Colin.
Good evening. It is true. I don't really know how Skype works. Yeah. I don't really know how technology works.
Right.
If I can't Google how to do it, I can't figure it out. And every time I Google it, it says to use Bing, and I don't know what Bing is, so I just give up.
No one does. It's a vicious cycle you got yourself caught up in, Colin.
Yeah,
we're going to do something different tonight, folks. I know this seems crazy, this seems wild, this seems uncharacteristic for us. We've been 70 episodes straight and narrow with a specific game plan in mind, but tonight we break all the rules. You know why? We're dangerously close to 2018. That means it's time to start reevaluating how we do things here. And I made an executive decision. This was supposed to be our PlayStation week. Next week was supposed to be our etc., our wide open week. I am deciding to switch them around. So this week we will have our etc. week. Next week will be our PlayStation week. Why do you ask? That's because this weekend is the PlayStation Experience convention. Down in Anaheim, I believe.
Yeah.
That's happening this weekend. It starts tomorrow, goes through Sunday. And I feel like it would be beneficial for us to talk about that on the PlayStation episode. So we're going to do that next week. Also, this week, what just happened, like we just got done watching it, was the Game Awards show. And we were planning on talking about that on the etc. episode. So since it's done, it's over with, it's wrapped up, and it's fresh in our minds, and we're ready to talk about it, why not just talk about it? It all makes sense, Colin.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me. We are a professional podcast, but every so often, we got to get a little unprofessional.
Well, I mean, one could argue that being able to be flexible and fluid in your decision-making actually makes you more professional. You know, we're adapting, we're changing things on the fly to better the show for the audience's sake. Or we just have no idea what we're doing and we're just throwing stuff at a wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, I mean, either of those answers works for me.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Game Awards.
Yeah, man, there was way more announcements than I thought there was going to be.
It was a big show. It was impressive. My friend Geoff Keighley knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, your follower, Geoff Keighley.
Yeah.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
You guys are BFFs, at least online BFFs, right?
Yeah, he slips into my DMs every once in a while, and it's like, Jeff, come on, dude. I know you're a busy guy. I'm a busy guy. Let's save it until after the holiday season when we could both relax, you know?
I know, and he keeps trying to get you to play PC games. You're like, nah, I don't mess with that.
I'm like, Jeff, I don't want to buy a Schick Hydro razor. I'm sorry. Stop giving me coupons for McDonald's Uber Eats. I don't need those right now, Jeff.
Yeah, I was also heard that, well, I think you were explaining to me that he asked you to wear the Doritos suit, but you ultimately declined, so then he had to decline to Doritos as well, which was awkward, honestly, because it was a multi-million-dollar deal. But
yeah, I couldn't fit into my schedule to get down there in LA by tonight, you know?
Yeah.
I've a podcast. How would that look, trying to make this podcast as professional as possible, if I just bailed on you guys, you know, for a corporate shilling, you know? Like,
yeah.
That's not me.
That's right.
So, Jeff, I know you're listening. We'll reconnect after this is all settled. You know, you got Kojima's going to be buying you drinks tonight, I'm sure, and you're going to be partying with Norman Reedus and Guillermo del Toro and Reggie, and it's going to be a night, right? Have your night, Geoff Keighley. We'll revisit this down the road. No, this was an amazing show. It was a lot of fun to watch. Kicked off at 5:30, the pre-show. And then it went to about 8:30 or so, 8:45. It was a solid performance all the way around.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Last year, there's some really weird advertising stuff, like the Schick Hydro like robot guy, and like there's just weird things that really just takes you out of it and be like, oh, really? Come on. And this time it was
eBay.
less. Well, I mean, the advertisements I knew was going to happen. And it was less, but it was a little bit more elegantly done. Like, you got to pay for the show somehow.
Yeah, no, of course.
But the most awkward things came from the actual speakers, and less so of the like weird advertisements and stuff like that.
And that's how it should be.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
how I like my award shows.
Yeah,
leave the awkwardness to the people winning awards that don't usually get to talk. That's
right. Yeah. The cringeworthy moments should be very human, and it's like you feel bad for them, but you're happy for them at the same time. So it's a fun situation to witness.
Yeah. I didn't feel like there was any really down spots in the show. Everything moved along at a pretty decent pace. Even the things that like a person could not be interested in moved along fast enough to where you didn't ever feel inclined to watch something else or pick up your phone and get, distracted or anything like that. It was a very well-timed, well-orchestrated show, top to bottom, I thought.
Yeah, for sure.
And also it was orchestra.
Yeah, the orchestra was cool. At the very beginning, I will say that I didn't really like what they were doing with the electric guitar, and it kind of bothered me. But then as the show progressed, it got so much better.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because it was just jarring. You see like an orchestra, and all of a sudden just like you hear these crazy guitar riffs of like during Mario playing, and I'm like, what is this? What's happening?
Not everybody could go up there and hit a home run, Colin.
It's
sometimes
true.
You need some base hits to load the bases up. So
yeah, I guess that works in music too.
Sure,
it's all about that bass.
All about that bass. Well, do you want to go over like the big announcements and trailers first, or do you want to go over the awards first?
I mean, we can kind of go like in order of how it happened. The first thing that caught my attention, and I thought this was a trailer for the Sony Bend studio. What is that game called? I cannot remember.
That's a bad sign.
The zombie Sony Bend game.
Days Gone.
Days Gone. Yeah, and I thought it was a trailer for that, but it's actually a trailer for World War Z, the video game.
Yeah. Which
is based off of the book and the movie.
Yeah. Is this game based off the book, or is it based off the movie?
I have no idea. It just says World War Z. And I know they're making a World War Z sequel, so I don't know if this is a tie-in to that or not.
Is Brad Pitt in the game?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope every zombie is a Brad Pitt face.
That'd be phenomenal.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Day one purchase. It looks a lot like the movie. If you ever saw the movie, there's just a bazillion zombies everywhere, and they're like using zombies to climb up cities and stuff like that. I don't think it didn't look like it was in game. It just looked like it was all like CG pre-rendered stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I am curious about though is like we said before, it looks just like Days Gone. Like the tech looks the same. So what is going to be the unique hook to this game as opposed to the other game?
I don't know. Maybe they don't feel like they need one. Maybe they're just going off the name alone,
It's actually the wrong answer. It's because Brad Pitt is every zombie in the game.
Right.
That's unique.
That,
yeah. So Brad Pitt's World War Z, the game, it got announced.
Featuring
Brad Pitt.
Yes.
After that, there was the award for the Trending Gamer, which you and I discussed off air that we were disappointed with the results. Dr. Disrespect won, and he is super entertaining. He's a fun guy to watch, and like I said, he's entertaining. But honestly, like you have the able gamer guy who goes out there and does things for people that are disabled that can't play games properly. He goes out there and seeks different ways for them to enjoy games,
and not even disabled, but differently abled.
Differently able, yeah. I'm sorry, that was rude of me to say.
It's okay.
So like that is tremendous to take on, to do that, to try to get more and more people that maybe don't feel like they can play games and give them the ability to play games.
Right.
And then obviously I have a bias because I like Kind of Funny. So Andrew Renee also she's a bright person in the industry. So I thought she would have been good as well. But
she's also one of the committee members of Able Gamers.
oh, okay,
So like
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So she's heavily involved with that organization as well. On top of everything else she does.
Right, she's all over the place.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think it was fan voted, and Dr. Disrespect has millions of people on Twitch probably voting for him every hour on the hour. So congrats to him. I am disappointed that he won.
Sure. I'm going to make an executive decision here, Colin. I say we run down just the announcements and trailers and stuff, and then we'll go through all the awards, because I feel like you're going to skip over some, because there were a lot of awards that were given out that weren't actually part of the show.
Okay.
And I have a full list of those, so we'll just run through those kind of as after everything. That way we don't miss any awards, because there are some awards I think are worth mentioning that just didn't make it to the show to make it nice and concise.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Okay.
Then I'll go through the announcements then.
Perfect.
So after that, FromSoft teased a new game, basically just said Shadows Die Twice. I was super upset because they showed like this, I don't know, it was like a stick with blood on it or something, and then all of a sudden it cut away to a commercial of Wolfenstein 2, and I was like, what happened?
Which stream were you watching, by the way?
I was watching a Mixer.
Okay.
So
I was watching the actual YouTube channel for the Game Awards, so.
Yeah, the Mixer, if you watched on Mixer, you got like some DLC for games, which I don't think I actually got, so I just I'll just watch on YouTube next time.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like, Bloodborne 2 or just something, but that's all they said. They just says Shadows Die Twice. And it said FromSoft. Which makes me wonder if it is like we're going to get a full reveal at PSX.
Yeah. If it's Bloodborne 2, 100% it's going to be at PSX.
Yeah, but I think even if it's not Bloodborne 2, we'll still get a reveal.
At PSX, though?
A little bit bigger than just that.
I guess what I'm saying is Bloodborne is a PlayStation exclusive, whereas if it's like a Souls game or anything else, it could be not necessarily a PlayStation exclusive.
No, I don't think it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive. I think it could still be revealed there.
No.
And no, you don't think so? You think it's just going to be PS exclusives?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Or if it's not exclusive, they're going to have games that have like special bonuses or something that makes the PlayStation experience of the game optimized type of thing. Like, get it a week early, or, first to have the DLC type of thing. Like, that's what else you would see. But if any cross-console, multi-platform games, you're not going to see a PSX.
Yeah.
I don't think. We'll see.
We shall see. I think PSX is going to be a very, not like too announcement heavy, so, but maybe they'll have like one or two big things.
Yeah.
The next announcement is Campo Santo's new game.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, what a weird thing. In the Valley of Gods, and they basically just showcase two characters going through Egypt and exploring different Egyptian artifacts. Mm-hmm. So,
remember when Assassin's Creed announced that educational mode?
Yeah,
that this is it.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like that, but with a much better story, I would hope, considering Campo Santo. So, that game's coming out in 2019.
Yep.
So that's something to anticipate.
Put that in your pocket and forget about it for the next year, because we're gonna have plenty of games to play before then.
Yeah, 2018 looks to be just as crazy as 2017 was. So,
that's without knowing anything Nintendo has going on.
Yeah,
that's the scary part.
Yeah. For sure. Next, we have the thing you predicted. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Champions Ballad expansion pack was finally revealed and released.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
Boom. Just like that.
and they showed lots of new things, new shrines, new costumes, and something near and dear to my heart.
New vehicles.
A motorcycle. And as I was telling you before, they've been wanting to put that motorcycle in the game since Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
It's 100%. They're like, how are we going to weasel this in here? Like, oh, we'll do it before everything happens. So it makes sense narratively, obviously.
After the trailer ended, and then like you heard the revving of the engine, I was like, what would they be showing next that would have vehicles in it? And then you just see like the tire, and it's like that the Ancient Guardian light up, you know. And I was like, oh my goodness gracious, Nintendo, what are you doing?
I just hope that you can take that motorcycle beyond. I'm assuming it's like, since it's a prequel, there are certain parts of the world that you're not going to access.
Right.
So I'm hoping that you can, after you beat it, you can take the motorcycle wherever.
Yeah.
Because I would love to just fly off of different mountains, or even like the towers, and just drive off a tower and just go straight down.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be so fun. So that's exciting. I'll be downloading that right after we finish podcasting.
If we weren't a professional podcast Colin, we would have skipped tonight's podcast in order to download that and start playing it immediately.
That's true. Some of us, maybe both of us, were perhaps considering that, but neither of us are unprofessional.
That's right.
So
That's right.
we,
we did what's best for you guys out there.
Yep. So the Master Cycle Zero will have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What happened after that? Oh, man, I already forgot this, and I'm super excited. My favorite fighting game is coming back.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur 6, man.
Not my favorite fighting game, but one I enjoy an awful lot.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Dude, like, my top two fighting games is Soul Calibur and Smash Brothers. So, like, to see my favorite fighting game come back, especially, it's been, oh my gosh, I think the last one came out on 360, so I don't think we've had a next, or quote unquote next gen, current gen Soul Calibur game at all. Yeah. So and this one's coming out for Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 4. Now the question is, who are they going to have as cameo characters?
Oh boy. I mean, does Link get his spot back?
I mean, there's not a Switch version announced yet.
Oh, come on now.
But it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be Link coming back, I'm sure.
Alloy?
Yeah, I could see that.
And
Cuphead.
Xbox, you're killing me.
I don't know if it could be that, or it could be something wacky like Star Wars again. Like they could have Kylo Ren and Rey.
Sure.
But I think they're gonna do it because they had Akuma in Tekken, and they had some other fighting game character in Tekken as well. So I think it's gonna happen one way or the other. It's just a matter of if they're gonna be exclusive characters, or if it's just gonna be like, I would love to. I mean, it's super weird, but I would love Dante from Devil May Cry to be in that game.
Ooh, yeah. Every
time they do the fighter creator, I always make a Dante-like looking character.
Sure.
Just because it makes too much sense.
That's true.
So, yeah. So, Josh, does your soul still burn?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Colin.
Good.
Yeah. Don't even worry about that, buddy.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
All right. Moving along. Let's see what else happened here. My goodness, there's a lot of words. Oh, yes. Here we go. Nintendo, those cheeky guys, they announced a port of Bayonetta 1 and 2, which we kind of suspected was going to happen eventually. Very excited that more people are going to be able to play Bayonetta 2, or even 1 for that matter. I don't think a lot of people played 1.
Right, yeah. I think 1 was probably less played.
I think since the re-release has probably been more played, but Bayonetta 2 has only been on Wii U. Like, that's the only way you could play it. And now that they're porting those over, they're coming out February 16th, which is super soon. I'm super excited for people to be able to play that. But you know Reggie, man, that guy, the big old goof.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I got one more thing for you. And I'm like, oh man, is this gonna be a Pizza Hut commercial? Because I just can't. I can't do that.
Give me that big pizza.
Or a new Amiibo cereal. It's like I already got. I already broke my gluten-free diet to eat that. Like I can't do it again.
Sure. Did you? Really?
What's that?
Did you really?
Of course.
Have you gotten some?
I mean, the cereal's not even out yet, but I got some for sure.
Okay. I was gonna say I didn't think it was out yet, but I don't know your hookups, Colin.
You're killing my joke here.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Bayonetta 3.
I was just gonna ask where you got it, and I was gonna leave the podcast to go get some. So.
Bayonetta 3.
Yes.
I wasn't ready for it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I still don't believe it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm stupidly excited. The creator of the Bayonetta series was the original creator of Devil May Cry, and he did Devil May Cry 1 and 3, which are some of my favorite hack and slash games. And then when Bayonetta came out, I was like, oh, this is really good. It's promising. It's not as good as Devil May Cry 3. Bayonetta 2, significantly better combat-wise than Devil May Cry. And then to have Bayonetta 3 be announced after Bayonetta 2 didn't sell very well, thank you, Nintendo. Thank you for making this game.
Do you think they go back to Wonderful 101?
I think they probably will do a port eventually, and then if the port does okay, I think they might consider it.
Sure.
But, dude.
That game is greatly underappreciated.
Yeah. That was a really fun launch title. It's super weird.
Yeah.
And that's like good.
It wasn't a launch title.
What was it? I'm pretty sure it was close. It was like the first year.
Yeah.
Well, not the first year. The first, it was released before the end of that year. End of 2013, I think, is when the Wii U came out.
Wii U. Crack research team. Was released November 18th, 2012. And
Wii U came out in 2012?
Correct. And Wonderful 101 came out August 23rd, 2013. So, 10 months after.
Okay, so you were right.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was a launch title. I don't know why. Yeah, that game was awesome, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Bayonetta 3, Switch exclusive. So, Nintendo is publishing that bad boy once again.
Yep. Good for them.
Good on them. So, Josh, I have an important question for you.
Yes. My soul still burns.
What is Death Stranding?
Oh, Colin, there is not enough time in this podcast, my friend, to adequately even begin to try to describe what Death Stranding is. Boy, is Death Stranding.
So Norman Reedus had a baby in a container. Then the black stuff took his friends away with robot hands that flashes when ghosts come by. And the giant ghost comes by and takes everybody underneath the water. And then Norman Reedus is under the water. And then the baby's inside Norman Reedus' ear, giving a thumbs up. And that's Death Stranding.
Dan Reichert, he tweeted earlier. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I did not.
He was out and about doing something, and his wife texted him that he had missed the Death Stranding trailer. And so she just gave like a quick recap of what she saw happening. And it is bonkers, but it's also possibly the most accurate way to describe what really happened. So I'm trying to find it here. Man, finding tweets is difficult on a night like this. You know?
There's a lot. There's a lot happening right now.
Yeah. How do you spell Reichert's last name?
Rykert?
Rykert. That's what I thought too, but no, that's not right. This is a good podcast.
Yeah, Dead Air is always good. In the meantime,
yeah,
everybody should check out that Jurassic World trailer, the new one.
Oh,
it made me sad inside.
Ryckert.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is
Lay it on me.
Dan Reichert's wife's description of Death Stranding. So the air makes people old, and there's an invisible monkey or possibly a large man, and bodies turn into gold dust. People can still get hurt in car accidents. There are mud monsters that like to steal people, and some guy is carrying a baby around in a tank attached to his chest, and then the baby is in Norman Reedus' stomach because I guess he swallowed it.
Yeah. She forgot to mention the giant mud monster at the end, but you know.
Right. And all the water disappearing and whales and, you know.
I didn't see any whales. But...
There's a sperm whale that was swimming around.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Okay.
I didn't do enough drugs to see it, so.
Yeah, I could see people's eyes crossing. And, like, Val was watching it and she just looked at me and she goes, what was that? I said, I don't know, babe. That's video games. That's video games. That's the epitome of video games right there, you know?
Something like that.
Yeah.
There's the future video games. Maybe that's where we're going.
Oh, boy. Kojima's, he's a genius if you ask Norman Reedus and Guillermo del Toro, so.
I mean, I definitely think he is, but I think he's a different type of genius than other game developers.
Yeah.
And that he's so, like,
abstract,
unabashedly Kojima. Like, he goes all in and just does not care in the best possible way. Yep. So, yeah. So Death Stranding, I'm still surprised that we're still seeing trailers for this game.
Colin, we're going to see a new trailer every single award show.
Yeah, there's a rumor going around that I heard today from a friend that's actually going to be a PS6 launch title. Unconfirmed, but I'm pretty sure it's true. So get ready for that in 2025. We'll be playing Death Stranding, possibly in VR at that point.
Yeah.
So Death Stranding. I'm excited for that game. I don't know why, because I have no idea what it is, but it just seems so bizarre that why not play it? Why not buy that game?
Yeah, just to see what it is. Just to see how much of your head you could wrap around it.
Yeah. I mean, that's also, like, it's interesting that I was thinking about this earlier. There's plenty of movies that are just so strange, and you have to rewatch them several times to fully get them. Like, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is one of them for me that I have to rewatch multiple times to, like, kind of wrap my head around it. Mm-hmm. And if there's a video game equivalent of that that's actually done really well, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Like, replaying it and, like, you missing certain things that you didn't see the first time. So, I hope Death Stranding lives up to the hype because, man, this game's getting insane hype.
Yeah, definitely.
Another game that was announced is a survival game called Fade to Silence. Okay. Yeah, it looks kind of okay. It
says something about, like, early access starts next week, so...
Yeah,
Is it, like, MMO?
I think it's a roguelike, if I had to guess. It says it's a survival game, so it makes me think like it's a roguelike. And I feel like most roguelikes nowadays are in early access before they're finally released. Just a really popular genre. But it's basically like this guy that's in Alaska or somewhere that's really snowy, and he's being chased by these red tentacle monsters. It's THQ Nordic is producing it, so I have, whatever. It didn't look very good to me, but then again, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Yep. So there's that. Moving along. Oh man, there's so many awards.
So many awards.
And the dude that produced Way Out, my goodness, that was a painful interaction with him and Geoff.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
Jeff's like, "Oh, we gotta get moving. There's other people that need to see awards." He's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna keep talking. I'm just gonna ignore what you're saying and keep talking."
Yep, and he did.
And by the time they showed the game, I was so disinterested with actually seeing the game because the guy kind of drove me crazy.
But you know what? He had fun up there, so whatever.
He did have fun. He was really funny, and he was super passionate. I could tell he was passionate. But by the time the game came around, I was like, I let's just move on. Yep. And I mean, what they showed wasn't really anything different than what they showed at E3.
Right.
So the game looks cool though. It's it's by the same developer did the brother Tales of Two Brothers. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a cooperative like escape game, which looks pretty fun. Yep. Dreams got shown.
Hey.
There's that game.
That's a thing.
Hey, Josh, let me ask you a question.
What is Dreams?
What is Dreams?
Dreams actually takes place inside of a baby's brain that was swallowed by Norman Reedus inside Death Stranding.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's Dreams for you.
Would that actually surprise you?
No. No, not at this point, no.
Kojima's just trolling us hard.
Yeah. Whatever. The game looks beautiful. It looks beautiful.
Yep. Still
whatever
have no
the
idea
heck
what it is.
Yeah, like that's.
Is it a platformer? It's a make your own game.
It's really not a good way to show a game when you've shown it like 3 years ago and then re-showed it at E3 and we still don't know what it is. And then they showed it at E3, didn't they?
No, they skipped E3.
Oh, then it was not this E3, the E3 before?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, and then they reshowed it then, and we still didn't know what it was, and now they're reshowing it again, and we still don't know what it is.
Yeah. But
Now,
this is
granted,
all stuff that we haven't seen before.
Yes, and it looks like art style looks amazing. Media Molecule has a very unique art style, unlike any other developer I've seen. But I just want to know what the game is. It's just way too vague. And Geoff Keighley even said they're going to show more at PSX. Hopefully, they actually say what the game is, because if they don't show what the game is at PSX, nobody's going to buy this thing.
Right.
No one is going to buy this game. This game is not going to be on anyone's radar, and that makes me sad because if it doesn't sell well, I assume Me Molecule could potentially be in trouble at that point.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's going to be hands-on. So, yeah.
Also, it's been 7 years since this team has released a game. Like, they did Tearaway, but it was a very small section of Me Molecule that made Tearaway. Mm-hmm. So Little Big Planet 2 was like their last official title that they put out.
Yeah.
So, yikes. We'll see. Another thing that was revealed, which is the worst video game title I think I've ever seen. And I've seen some really bad ones. It is GTFO. Mm-hmm. The game looked interesting. Yeah. It is a 4-player cooperative first-person shooter that it has like puzzle elements and environmental elements to defeat enemies. They look like zombies, so it's kind of like a grittier version of Left 4 Dead, because it's more like a realistic-looking art style than the Left 4 Dead, which is a little bit more like cartoony. Mm-hmm. It looks cool. We'll see if it lives up to expectations. It is the Payday developers. And Payday 1 and 2 are like cult classics.
Yeah,
so
they have a big following.
Yeah, they do.
It always baffles me how many people play those games.
Yeah.
Still.
I will say the game really did intrigue me. The trailer did, but that title, dude, like totally just made me be like, ugh. Yeah. Are we not? Can we not?
This is
just
not
get past these
2010.
Yeah. Or even like 1990s. This is like a something that you would find on the 64, the PlayStation 1. That's just like just cringeworthy.
Right.
Ugh. Anyway, Game looks good. Title's awful. They need to change that.
They won't.
No, they won't. They also showed off Metro Exodus, which is a third game in the Metro series. Those games look so crazy. I've never played any of them. Have you played them?
I've always wanted to, but I was going to play the last one. But the having to find containers to give oxygen into your mask to breathe stresses me out just thinking about. Like that's such an anxiety inducer for me of like having to find something to continue. So it always scared me off. It looks like a fun game, but just that one element, I was just like, no, I can't do it. So we'll see.
Yeah, from my understanding, like those games are the most survival type first person shooters that have been made. That basically been made, like
right.
modern wise. Like you have to watch out for radiation at all times. You have to watch your oxygen levels at all times. Bullets are super scarce, so you have to depend on melee. So it's kind of like Condemned, but with even more survival elements to it.
Like surviving enemies and having low ammo and stuff, like the Resident Evil model, like I'm totally okay with. But when the environment that you're stuck in, that you have to be in, is consistently just killing you slowly and making you stress out, like that, just it's too much. It's too much to deal with.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, I'm interested in this one.
Oh, me too.
I think,
it looks awesome.
Out of all of these ones, I've been wanting to go back to the old games, but now it just makes me want to play this new one because it's, shiny and brand new versus the other ones are like remasters and stuff on next gen. But I mean, it looks really cool. We'll see hopefully some more gameplay soon.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think there was a new PUBG map shown.
Mm-hmm. Desert.
Desert, which the PUBG fans are super stoked about. I like that game. I don't think I play that game enough to fully be excited for a new map because I haven't fully explored the first map.
Right. You're just like, I don't even know.
Yeah. I'm excited for the people that like that game, and I've played it before and it's fun. I'm not as hyped as those people are. So.
Sure.
I think that's it for big announcements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Let's do the awards, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. These aren't in the order they were presented, as far as I could tell. But they kind of like least important to most important. Kind of how it feels like. So, starting off with the best Chinese game.
What?
See,
that was a category?
Exactly, Colin. That's my point.
All right.
Most popular game in China. So we had, let's see here, Golf Story. Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry.
I was like,
category. King of Glory, Icy, Gumballs, Monument Valley 2.
Oh, that's interesting.
And JX3 HD.
Wait, is Monument Valley a Chinese developer? Or is it just games that are popular in China?
No, Colin.
I don't know what's going on.
This is just the most popular game in China.
I don't know what is happening.
Winner is JX3 HD.
Okay. I knew they'd win.
Yep. Best debut indie game presented by Hydro Man.
Mm-hmm.
We had Golf Story.
Yes.
Hollow Knight.
Yep.
Mr. Shifty.
Okay.
Slime Rancher.
Okay.
And the winner, Cuphead.
Yeah, rightly so.
Ta-da! Although I am getting really into Golf Story. I put a lot of hours into Golf Story the last week or so.
I hear it's fantastic.
It is really good, man. I beat Mario, and I just don't know what to do with my Switch.
I got Zelda DLC now.
Now I do! See ya, Golf Story.
Yep.
Get out of here. Best esports team.
Mm-hmm.
FaZe Clan.
Okay.
Lunatic High.
Okay.
SK Telecom 1.
Sure.
Team Liquid.
I've actually heard of Team Liquid.
I've heard of Team Liquid, and I've heard of the FaZe Clan.
Oh, I've heard the FaZe Clan too, yeah.
And Cloud9 is the winner.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Best esports player, presented by Omen by HP.
Mm-hmm.
We had Marcelo Coldzera David, Nico Kovac, Jaehong Ryu, Kurokai Salehai Takasumi, and Lee Sang Hyok, a.k.a. Faker.
I'm not going to lie, you did a great job pronouncing those names. Much better than what I would have done.
I did my best.
You did great.
And Faker was the winner.
Yes, I did.
Couldn't even be there because he's playing an all-star game?
Yeah, something like that.
Sure. Esports. Best esports game. Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Yep.
Didn't know that was still a thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, the Counter-Strike, it baffles me. Like,
stop.
What's that?
They won't stop, Colin.
I know, but, like, what's weird to me is, we were talking about Payday earlier and how there's such a following for that.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me to hear about all these little gaming communities that are just so strong and keep games going forever.
Yeah.
It's amazing that people have that much dedication.
Yep. Anyway, Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Yep.
Dota 2. League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket League. And the winner. Now, this was a category, a brand new category this year, but I feel like they also created this category just to figure out a way to give another award to Overwatch. Who actually won this category? Overwatch.
I think Overwatch.
Oh, wait, no, not best esports game. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of another category.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
No.
Overwatch definitely, I think, deserves to win that because out of all the like shooters that you named off,
yeah,
and I guess Dota is whatever MOBA. Overwatch is by far the best esports game to watch because it's the most easy to understand.
Yeah. We already talked about the trending gamer, so let's skip that. Best student game. From Light, Hallowed, Falling Sky, Impulsion, Meaning, and the winner, Level Squared. Do you know any of these?
Nope.
Cool.
They're probably all PC games. They're probably really great, but nope, not a clue.
Best independent game. This was a heck of a category.
Yeah, it always is.
Hellblade, Susuna's Sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
What Remains of Edith Finch. Night in the Woods. Pyre. And the winner, once again, Cuphead.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
Can't disagree.
Only because you didn't play any of them, except Cuphead.
I think... Oh, yeah, you're right. That's the only one I did play. I really wanted to play Night in the Woods, though, and I still plan to play that.
Yeah, me too. Most anticipated game. Presented by McCafe. God of War. Marvel Spider-Man. Monster Hunter World. Red Dead Redemption 2. And the winner, The Last of Us Part 2.
I can't believe that Red Dead did not beat out Last of Us 2.
Yeah. Same.
I think out of all those titles, I think The Last of Us 2 is my at least anticipated.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. Maybe God of War is right below it. They're like pretty close, but like
Monster Hunter World.
Oh yeah, that's well. I want to play that, but yeah, that's also good. I forgot it. I'm so like not excited about it that it didn't even register in my mind. But for me, Red Dead's number 1, Spider-Man's number 2, and I think Last of Us, and then God of War, and then
that's it.
Monster Hunter.
4 nominations.
I feel like Monster Hunter would be fun though.
Sure.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
I say that every time about a Monster Hunter game, and I just immediately drop off.
Yeah. Best multiplayer game.
Mm-hmm.
PUBG.
Yep.
Destiny 2. Mario.
Should not.
What?
Okay, continue.
You should not what?
I think Destiny should not be on there, but continue.
Why?
I guess, okay. It does have cooperative multiplayer, which is fun, but the PvP is awful in Destiny 2. It's so bad. It's so,
Yeah. I think the co-op is basically what it's in there for.
the co-op's great.
Raiding
Anyway,
with people and stuff.
yes.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Okay. That's super weird.
Splatoon 2.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Call of Duty World War 2.
Eh.
And Fortnite.
Eh.
I don't know who won, because it doesn't say a winner.
Oh.
How about that?
Probably PUBG, I'm guessing.
Maybe. But I don't know, so we'll just assume Splatoon 2.
Yeah, for our audience's sake, Splatoon 2 won.
Best sports or racing game, Colin?
Oh, yeah.
This is your highlight of the night. FIFA 18.
Okay.
GT Sport. NBA 2K18. PES 2018, also known as Pro Evolution Soccer.
Who knew?
Project Cars 2. And the winner, Forza Motorsport 7. Moving right along. Best strategy game. Halo Wars 2.
Ugh.
That came out this year. That was a
sad.
long time ago.
I'm sad that game was just not good.
Total War, Warhammer 2.
Okay.
Tooth and Tail,
Nope.
XCOM 2, War of the Chosen.
I've heard of that one.
And the winner, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
That's awesome. That's so great for them.
That game got laughed out of existence until it was shown off.
Yeah.
Like, once it got leaked, everybody's like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. And here it is, winning awards.
That's awesome.
Best family game. Not surprisingly, all of these are Switch titles. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Sonic Mania. Splatoon 2. And Super Mario Odyssey is the winner.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep, of course.
How do you argue that?
Nope. There's no way.
I feel like they should have just taken Mario Odyssey out of that just because it wasn't fair.
Right.
Best fighting game. ARMS. Which I hadn't even considered it being a fighting game until this.
Yeah. I always consider it a fighting game. It's kind of like the same as like Smash Brothers. It's like that alternative type of fighting game.
Yeah, I guess when I was like in my head running down like the categories, like ARMS didn't pop up. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Ugh.
Nidhogg 2.
I'm still so sad about Marvel vs. Capcom.
I don't know how they messed that up, man.
That was like my third favorite fighting series. And I saw that reveal trailer and I'm like, good lord, this game looks ugly. And then after I saw all the reviews and I watched people play it, I was like, I have no interest in this game at all. It looks terrible.
Yeah, I redboxed it one night and I was like, that's about as much as I could take.
What a bummer.
Tekken 7 and the winner, Injustice 2.
I really want to play that game.
So good.
I need to play that game, especially now they have Hellboy and the Turtles. Oh,
Turtles
so cool.
are not out yet.
Well, it's coming. They're coming.
I'm just saying, calm down.
I can't.
Best RPG, aka role-playing game.
Oh, is that what that acronym means?
Nier Automata.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Divinity Original Sin.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
Wait a second. Didn't Final Fantasy come out last year?
Nope.
It definitely came out last year.
Final
1,000% came out last year.
15. Release date, November 29, 2016. They just needed another game for the category.
Okay.
Yep.
And also, Nier Automata is not really an RPG, but whatever. It's as much of an RPG as Zelda's an RPG.
Okay, look. They couldn't have the category with just Persona 5 and South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
Okay.
Persona 5 won.
Okay.
Obviously.
I still want to play the game, but I'm like, 180 hours.
Nope.
Because it just seems like it'd be so my jam, but like the idea of sinking that much time into a game that's not Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Best action adventure game. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
Super Mario Odyssey.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Origins,
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted: The Lost Legacy,
Mm-hmm.
and the winner, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Dude, that's a tough category.
Yep.
All those games are so great.
Yep.
If any one of those games, maybe I didn't play Assassin's Creed, so I'm not sure how good it is, but I hear it's great.
Right.
But if I feel like any one of those categories that won, I wouldn't have been upset with.
Right.
So,
Best action game. Cuphead.
what?
Destiny 2.
Okay.
Neo, which I forgot came out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Prey. And Wolfenstein 2 is the winner. Ta-da!
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm glad they won something.
Yeah, definitely. Best VR AR game. Farpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Lone Echo. Star Trek Bridge Crew. Super Hot VR.
Super hot.
And the winner, Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, I knew that was going to win.
Yeah. So good.
It's like that VR mode is like universally praised.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just on PSVR. That's not even on the other
Right.
systems. So,
Best handheld game, Colin. Did you see this already, this category?
no.
Could you name 5 handheld games this year? And they don't
Pokemon.
count as Switch.
Pokemon.
Nope.
Pokemon Go.
Nope. No mobile games.
Monument Valley.
Not mobile games.
Oh, not mobile games, just handheld games.
Just handheld.
Okay, there's a Kirby game this year, yeah?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, how about Fire Emblem Echoes?
Metroid.
Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadow
Yeah.
of Valencia.
Yeah.
Ever Oasis.
No idea what that is. Okay.
Monster Hunter Stories.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World.
Really? Okay.
And the winner, Metroid Samus Returns.
Good.
Yeah. Basically, it was, what's the best Nintendo handheld game?
If I could find my 3DS, I'd consider playing Metroid.
Best mobile game.
Okay, there we go.
Hidden Folks. I have not heard of this.
Yeah, me neither.
But it looks like a Where's Waldo?
Neat.
Hold on. I will forget about this if I don't do it now.
Hidden folks for different strokes.
Hidden Folks on the App Store. $3.99.
What's the best value offer?
You don't negotiate.
Okay.
I'm
out.
Okay, it looks like. Do you ever read those highlight magazines
Yes.
where you have to like find stuff in the pictures?
Yes.
That's what this is.
The very first thing when you type in hidden folks is the highlights hidden pictures right above it
There
as
we
an
go.
ad.
There we go. Old Man's Journey,
Okay.
Super Mario Run,
Mm-hmm.
Fire Emblem Heroes, and the winner, Monument Valley 2.
Good.
Yeah.
Absolutely deserves a win.
Absolutely. Best ongoing game. This is the category that they created this year. Brand new. Best ongoing game. PUBG, Destiny 2, Grand Theft Auto Online, Rainbow Six Siege, Warframe, and the winner, Overwatch.
I feel like Grand Theft Auto should have won that one. I'm not even a huge fan of Grand Theft Auto games, but they've put out like 4 free expansion packs throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
And PUBG's been out for a couple months. Destiny's been out for a couple months. So
Right.
I think having them be on the ongoing list is super weird to me.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Siege is also a good choice because they turned that game around from its like horrible launch. And Overwatch, like, they've been doing cool stuff. Like, they've been adding characters and a few maps, but, like, that is nothing compared to, like, full-on free DLC packs that GTA has provided.
Right.
And I have no idea what's going on with Warframe, so that maybe they did the same. I don't know.
Who knows? Games for impact. So the description is for thought-provoking game with a profound pro-social meaning or message.
Mm-hmm.
I like this category a lot.
Yes, me too.
What Remains of Edith Finch? Bury Me, My Love. Life is Strange Before the Storm. Night in the Woods. Please Knock on My Door. And the winner, Hellblade: Senuna's Sacrifice.
Yeah.
So good.
I really need to buy that game. I really do.
Best Performance. Award to an individual for voice acting, motion, and or performance capture. We had Ashley Birch from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, she did such a good job.
Brian Bloom from Wolfenstein 2.
He did a good job, too.
Claudia Black from Uncharted: The Lost Legacy as Chloe. Laura Bailey from Uncharted: The Lost Legacy as Nadine Ross. And the winner, Melina Juergens from Hellblade.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
It's crazy
because she had never done anything like that before.
Yeah, she never acted before. She's a video producer for Ninja Theory.
Yeah. And they need somebody to fill in, to do some basic rendering of some models before they could bring in an actual performance artist. And they fell in love with her. And they said, yeah, you're the character.
And I'm sure she was much cheaper than a professional actor.
Probably, but
much better performance than a professional actor probably would have provided. So
yeah, authentic.
Win-win.
Best audio design. Whew. Super Mario Odyssey. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Resident Evil 7. Destiny 2. And the winner, once again, Hellblade: Senuna's Sacrifice.
Yeah, that's another thing that surprised me, because I don't really know anything about that game at all, really, beyond that it deals with like mental health issues.
Audio design, I can tell you exactly why it is. And it's not a spoiler because it starts off with it. You hear voices in your head. And when you play with headphones, you hear several different voices coming from different parts of your brain.
Oh, cool.
Telling you to do different things and see different things and experience different things. And it's very conflicting as the player to ignore direction or follow direction. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like a really unique sound design, too.
Yeah, big time.
Because, like, I was going to say, like, Mario and Destiny had some of the most amazing, like, score and, like, soundtracks.
Yeah.
But, like...
Well, that gets saved for the best score and music category.
Oh, they have a separate category for that. Okay.
This was just audio design. So,
got it.
Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design.
Okay.
Best score or music category. Persona 5, Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Cuphead, Destiny 2, and the winner, Nier Automata.
Out of that entire game, the one thing I don't remember at all is the soundtrack. So
maybe you weren't paying attention, Colin.
Maybe not.
Best art direction. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Horizon Zero Dawn. Persona 5. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Destiny 2. And the winner, Cuphead.
Yep.
If they won anything, it was going to be that one.
Do you listen to IGN Unfiltered?
No.
It is a fantastic podcast.
I know.
And Ryan recently had the creators of Cuphead on, and they're explaining the art style and how they originally... one of the brothers that owns... that is like the founder of MDR... did the initial design of Cuphead and like started drawing it, and then his wife ended up taking over, and she did like most of the art in the game. Like it's almost all hand drawn by her.
Right.
So I thought that was a really interesting story.
I've heard him talk about that before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, that game, it's just stunning. So stunning.
Moving on to the best narrative. Horizon Zero Dawn, Wolfenstein 2, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Nier Automata, and the winner, What Remains of Edith Finch. I am so happy they won that.
I still haven't played that game, and I don't want to know anything about that game.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm so happy that they won that.
Good.
Yeah. Best Game Direction. Awarded to a game studio for outstanding creative vision and innovation in a game direction and design. Horizon Zero Dawn, Guerrilla Games. Super Mario Odyssey, Nintendo. Resident Evil 7, Capcom. Wolfenstein 2, Machine Games, Bethesda. And the winner, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da! And the big one, Colin, Game of the Year.
And we're all shocked by what they picked.
Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. And that right there is why a few of them didn't win. We had Horizon Zero Dawn. Could have easily won.
If you could climb the mountains, probably could have won.
Yeah.
And paraglide down.
Persona 5. I don't think enough people played it, and I don't think it differed itself from previous Persona games enough. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, PUBG.
That game is... I love that game. It's so janky. It does not deserve...
No. So janky.
Honestly, it doesn't even deserve to be in this category, in my opinion.
The hype got it there.
That's what it is. It's just like the phenomenon that it is.
Yep. Super Mario Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if it wasn't for the other one, this would have won.
Yep, probably.
Because it's damn near perfect, Colin. Unfortunately, it felt like a really good Mario game. Whereas the winner this year, Game of the Year, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, wasn't just a good Zelda game. It was a Zelda game that we had never even considered was possible.
Or a game, not just a Zelda game.
Yeah.
Just an open world game that can literally, like, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And interact with whatever you want. And also, all the side things can be satisfying and interesting. Yeah. And everything that you logically think could happen in a game doesn't normally happen, but that game lets you do those things.
Yep.
So it's revolutionary in its game design. It's revolutionary that they can turn such a tried and true series. I mean, Zelda's been the same since basically A Link to the Past, like the same type of mechanics, except for maybe going 3D. So it was, so good. So good.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad because I'm like, are we ever going to get something as good as this?
I mean, if anything, they have a benchmark now.
Yeah.
So
I'm still crossing my fingers that they pull a Majora's Mask with Breath of the Wild and like make another game in like a year's time that uses the same assets and it's completely different.
Different story, yeah.
Yeah.
No argument there at all from me with that.
Yeah.
And honestly, like all the winners, like I didn't see anything that were egregious or out of place.
Yeah, the only thing that, like I said before, was the Dr. Disrespect. That's the only thing that bummed me out. Yeah. And like I said, I'm not mad at him, not at all, because like I don't think he's a horrible person or anything. No. It's just I feel like someone that does so much more for so many other people deserves it more than someone that just kind of does it for himself.
Yeah. I think it turned into a popularity contest, and I don't think that's the spirit of that category.
Yeah.
It's not what's the most popular gamer out there. You know, it's trending gamer, and I think there's a certain value associated with that I don't think they've quite fully distinguished yet as to what they want that to be. You know? Mm-hmm. So, other than that,
congratulations to everyone. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was a great... such a good show. Like it was such a satisfying show this year. And like the commercial too with Linda Carter was hilarious. It was so funny to me.
Save Player One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, really good. And it was like the perfect example of how good 2017 was for games.
Yeah.
Like there was so much stuff that didn't even get in the awards show that was still like amazing throughout the entire year.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to talk about. It was a lot of fun to text about. Like we were both kind of having like moments of like, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing this type of thing. Like it was really cool. The entire experience tonight was awesome and definitely reminded me why video games are so fun and a nice break from reality sometimes, you know?
Yeah, especially lately.
Yeah. So next week we'll be doing our PlayStation episode. Like I said, we'll be covering everything that happens at PSX.
Mm-hmm.
Also have a few games to potentially talk about, so we'll see about that. But I'm looking forward to it, Colin. And then we'll hit back into our normal cycle. And then by the time our next Etc. episode happens, we'll be doing our Game of the Year show. So that'll be fun.
Yes, I love that. It's so much fun.
Yep. So where can the people find you at, Colin?
They can find me on Twitter at PDX_geek. I am wrapping up my finals, so I should be playing more online on Xbox and on Switch. So if you check out my Twitter profile, you can get my gamer tag and Nintendo ID there.
Woohoo! You can find me on Twitter at The Noise. You could also find us on Twitter for the show collectively at Joys of Games. And, yeah, it's going to be fun, man. We got holiday seasons coming up, more games to be played, and it's just good time overall for video games, I think. So, look forward to next week. Until then, play some games. Enjoy them. Good night.
I'm going to ride off into the sunset on my Master Cycle.